Okay, I gotta hold on. Deaf myself. Okay. Um, are we are we live? Hello? Are we live? Yes, sir, we are live. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, midnight cycle, wherever part of the world you're in. We are here for the first election night stream of 2023. That is right, we are here. We got a couple other people in the chat. And I just first got to get to do an intro because sadly my old intro got deleted, so I have to make a new one. So yay! But everybody, this is a critical, absolutely must-win election in the great state of Wisconsin. And we are here joined by certain people. We are joined by Mr. James.
Hey,
Oh, lame. We of course joined by
what?
Mr. Yeet.
Hello there!
And we are of course joined by the one, the only meme known as aliens.
Hey.
Well, that's exciting. So yeah, we are here today. Big stream tonight. We have other people should be joining later, but yeah. So of course there's other people and all that good stuff. Now before we continue, I hope you enjoy. Smash the like button down below. Subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. Let's get into it. So this is a critical election. As everybody knows, the Supreme Court of Wisconsin's up for grabs, and we have a primary tonight between two liberals and two conservatives. It's looking like it's going to be a conservative versus a liberal. That's like I think, a foregone conclusion. It's a matter of if it's Kelly or Doro. And let's get some thoughts by James. What are your thoughts about this race?
Well, I mean, I think it's obviously the most important race this year. Um, I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of people saying it's going to be Doro, and a lot of people saying it's going to be Kelly against however you pronounce her name. I honestly have no clue who's going to win this one.
Yeah, this is one of those races where you can't predict. You just got to see what happens. Of course, I have my own
Yeah,
opinions. I support Kelly. I voted for him. But we just got to see what happens. I voted for Kelly, of course. I do got to say, though, I think Kelly did have the momentum in the last week. Based on everything on the ground, I think he did have the momentum. Of
yeah.
course. Oh, go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think Doro's gonna do best in like Waukesha.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be, I think, the county of the night. If Doro's getting like 80% in Waukesha, she's gonna be the nominee or something like that. So, and of course we got a super chat. That political guy for 10 beautiful American dollars. What do you think of Biden, Trump's, and Obama's Minecraft Let's Play? I saw that. I laughed when I saw that. Look, deepfake technology I like, but it's scary how accurate it is. So, it's funny, but it's like, ugh, that's not funny. If it's somebody, like, your personal life may get ruined by it. So it's like, I don't know. Anyways, enough talking from me. Let's hear thoughts from Mr. Yeet or Aliens. Say something.
Yeah, so I expect Janet Potowski, I don't know, some Polish last name. She's probably going to get plurality of the vote today as her other Democrat-leaning challenger. What's his name? Everett Mitchell. He's probably only going to do decent in Madison or Dane County. And the top two are going to be Kelly and Doro. I expect Doro to get third. Kelly will get second. Most likely.
I don't have a prediction on who's going to win this race, but this is going to be a very important race for Wisconsin because Wisconsin was one of those states that was quote unquote fortified in 2020 and probably 2022. And we're going to need probably the best judge we can get on that issue so that if and when Republicans inevitably retake the governorship and have a trifecta, that they won't have a court that will just come in the way and stop them. You don't want to have a rhino in the Supreme Court of Wisconsin.
Yeah, so the one thing about this race is the differences between Kelly and Doro is so minimal. It's like, I don't care, but I support Kelly for reasons that I don't think YouTube allows, but essentially go look up Dora's wiki page. She has some serious scandals that may actually hurt her campaign.
I do also support Kelly.
Yeah.
Although I am not in Wisconsin, so my opinion is irrelevant.
But yeah, I've seen...
By the way, shout out to my homie SoCal Populist in chat. He's pretty cool.
So true. So true. General Hydra for 5. How do you hear about the Ohio toxic train story? I am furious at the entire situation that our government has done nothing about it. I mean, they're not doing anything because it's a Trump district. That's the only reason they're not doing anything about it. It's pathetic and just terrible. Absolutely awful.
What it makes me think about, like, what I think about that is that like how many disasters haven't happened because we like forgot to put in some, like, we got rid of some rule or regulation, and those disasters are just waiting to happen, and we're just, we just don't know about them because no one talks about like these random, like, no one knew about like these, like, old train breaks and stuff like that.
It's pathetic, and the EPA is finally, I guess, saying something about it. Is that true? Did anybody hear anything?
Yeah, I think they're telling Norfolk Southern to clean up the mess. Although I wouldn't trust the company that caused the mess in the first place to clean it up effectively.
Yeah, it's cheaper to pay everybody off, so that's probably what's gonna happen. That political guy for 2. What do you think of the Virginia special? I'm ignoring all specials because, first of all, most of them are in safe D or safe R districts, and it's like, okay. Most of the time, they don't correlate to anything. Their turnout's like, what, 5 people voting? It's like...
The thing with special elections is that with the changing coalitions, Republican voters are less prone to turning out in off-year elections. So you just have to expect Republicans to do worse in specials, generally.
I wonder when Republicans are actually going to begin ballot harvesting and early vote.
I do know that Pennsylvania, we tried a couple. We did do good in 2 races we tried it in. We won both of them. And Scott Presler's going to be coming up here to Wisconsin next month to hopefully get us over the hump. So I think we're in like the early stages of, okay, how can we do this effectively? How can we do this legally? So, but we're getting to a stage where we're starting to see a little bit more of ballot harvesting, which is legal in most states to a lesser extent. Not, anybody can take it, but to a lesser extent, there is some ballot harvesting allowed.
I think Republicans got pretty good on the issue of poll watchers since 2020. So that was like one aspect of election integrity that they were able to fulfill. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words here.
That was a big thing with Youngkin's campaign in Virginia.
Youngkin was able to...
Yeah, they had
everywhere.
Yeah, that's partly how they were able to win. That's probably why they didn't have the race fortified in 2021.
Plus, I think that because a funding gap wasn't there for Democrats, like, it was an off-year election. I don't think they had the money to do what they did in 2022 or 2020. General Hydra for 2, and Biden's in Ukraine. Yeah, Biden doesn't give a shit. He doesn't know where he is.
I like how they don't even try to hide that at this point.
I mean, remember, there's that red dot in the freaking stone he has to stop in. It's like, it's abysmal. Dude. And the sad part, he's probably more coherent than Kamala Harris. That's the scary part.
But another thing about specials, real quick, is that every single special Republicans severely underperformed in 22, they did much better in the general in November. Yeah. So it's just a turnout thing.
DJ Aftershock for 5. Not much you could take from specials. There was another VA special election in PWC. That's a county. Prince Williamson? Yeah, I think that's what it is. For a supervisor seat, and it appears there are 1 by 21 in a buy-in seat. Yeah, you can't. Special elections every now and again you could. If it's like 99% turnout, you could probably take a grain of salt with it. But it's like, not in this circumstance where there's like, 15 people voting? Rye Guy 1218 for 5. Are you worried about Wisconsin going blue because Tony Evers won? You look at it, Evers won because of the electorate. That's the only reason he won.
Another thing, too, that is a little bit more worrisome about Wisconsin is the fact that it's currently on track to lose an electoral vote in the future. And that is because there's a lot of retiree conservatives that are leaving the state and fleeing for, ironically, Florida. So, in other words, if Ron DeSantis, for example, don't really want to make too much a point on this, but both Trump and DeSantis will face an uphill battle in 2024 because of this immigration trend towards their home state.
But the good news with Wisconsin is there's only 2 counties that are significantly trending Democrat. Dane County and Ozaukee. The rest are either stagnant or shifting heavily to the right. So it's like, that's the problem with Democrats in Wisconsin. There's really not much more room that can grow in Madison. There's some in Ozaukee. They're going to flip it eventually, but it's like, how much more can you expand in Madison? I question that.
One slightly underrated trend is in Racine and Kenosha with how far right the trend. Like Republicans now will win Kenosha while losing the state by like 4.
Makes perfect sense.
It used to be like a statewide bellwether.
Yeah, whoever won Kenosha won the election, and Bow is actually trending a bit right when you look at the precinct data, but I'm not getting into that. Cal lost that seat by 1, FYI, so the point stands. Yeah, specials don't really. They sometimes do, but not really. $2 from Brett Jacobs. Are there any white working class areas in Dane to ballot harvest? Yeah, there's a lot of small towns around it. Sun Prairie is like a big one that kind of like 60-40 Democrat. It's not like 90-10 Democrat, but there are some white working class areas in Dane you could ballot harvest, but you just can't lose like 80% of the vote in Dane. That's the problem. I do think if we ballot harvest, it won't be that bad. All right.
How do you see Wisconsin's long-term future, given immigration trends among retirees towards the South and the rurals shifting more rightwards?
I think it was Mr. Yeet before we started the stream. He made a good point that I think it's, like he said, it's going to be our version of Minnesota. That we're going to win it by 3-4 points every time.
That was the other guy's point.
Or whoever. Paul, or whoever that was. I think you're going to see it, be a lean-R type state. It just, you look at where the votes are coming from, the trends of the state, there's really not much more room the Democrats can grow in the state. Waukesha, there's still some rural areas for Republicans to grow in. Like, this is what people need to understand. Wisconsin's like 90% rural. It's a fact. It's not like Michigan where it's 30% around Detroit. It's like, no, it's fairly rural. So, yeah. I think we're going to see it be like R plus 2 to 3.
I'm probably the most pessimistic on Wisconsin here, but we'll just have to see what happens.
We just gotta see. But
one of my biggest concern is what Aliens brought up is that bigger Biden electorate in the midterm. How much of it is due to just Republicans moving to Florida?
I think that it had more to do with a lot of people just didn't give a shit. I think that
partially. I'm just concerned that Florida is becoming a giant vote pack for Republicans.
That is the problem for Republicans. Like, I'm not going to get into DeSantis stuff. I like him, but I think that at some point somebody has to say, okay, all these people cannot be flooding the same state. It's going to hurt us in Wisconsin. It's definitely hurting us in Michigan and Pennsylvania. It's like,
yeah, Ron DeSantis might be his own worst enemy against Joe Biden.
I mean, even Madison Cawthorn moved down there.
So someone's asking if Republicans could win 26 for Wisconsin, the governorship. I'm assuming.
He's gone.
I'm not. Honestly, I think Evers just gonna be in there until he's like 100 years old.
Dude, he's gonna retire. He's not gonna run again.
Evers in 20 years when he's, I don't know, is that like 120? Like when he's like 110 years old, and everyone says he's DOA again, and then he just wins re-election against like just a generic R.
The thing with
Susan Collins of Wisconsin.
Yeah, but Tony Evers, I don't think he's gonna run again. Everybody expect him to lose this time around. He's definitely not gonna risk it a third time. So, Tom Tiffany for governor. No, Tom Tiffany for Senate. All right. And the polls are about to close in 40 seconds. So, hooray. Here we go.
We'll get to wait another 10 minutes for
this should be a quick night. Most places had only like 2 races on the ballot, so it should be a quick night. Hopefully.
Yeah, isn't there also like a special election in like a decently competitive state legislative district or something? I heard about that.
There is State Senate District 8. That's where the Janelle Branch, I can never say her name correctly, the lunatic in the state house, she's running there. Like, if you want to talk about a boomer, she got, like, expelled by the Republican caucus. So,
Oh my.
and she's still in the state house. She hates everybody. Nobody really likes her. So, and we also got the Madison mayor election, the primary. So, all right. Polls have closed.
All right, ready to wait another like 5 minutes or so
Yeah.
before
Well,
we get a couple hundred votes.
We should get some early results. I'm guessing Waukesha?
I'm so excited. Like, we haven't had a race like this in a while. I
Yeah.
wasn't here for the midterm stream, thankfully.
Oh, that was terrible. But all right, I gotta text my insider source on what's going on. Any news? All right. Do you know who Vivek is? That the guy running for president? The Ramaswamy? Who is that? The guy running for president, right?
Ooh.
Perry John. I saw Perry Johnson
There's
is
some-
running for
There's some
president.
dude that's gonna be like the Andrew Yang of this, like Vivek Ramsey or something like that.
I feel like
Oh, yeah,
people are
yeah.
too quick to jump the gun on people like
Oh,
Andrew Yang, in 2021, Kevin
Oh,
Paffrath,
God.
and now Brandon Presley. I think the moment a Democrat diverges from the generic neolib talking points, like I think a lot of people are way too lenient on just jumping the gun and saying, "Oh, these are good people." Like, I do not think it's wise at all to be idolizing these guys. You know.
I mean, Brandon Presley, unlike a lot of these other guys, has been in office for a long time.
Brandon Presley's just begging to be the John Bell Edwards of Mississippi, and that's not a good thing.
These
That's
people are
what I
Trojan
think.
horses because eventually they're going to want to work their way up higher, and to do that, they're going to need to serve the interests of their voter base.
Not to mention,
No.
I'd rather have 4 more years of Reeves so we can get a better Republican
Well,
in
It's-
4 years
it's the
than
guy
with
is,
8 years of
We got-
Presley.
The guy is Vivek Ramaswamy.
yeah, that's what the guy's name. I don't freaking know. He's some business dude.
That's a funny one.
Yeah, he's a
name.
business dude from Cincinnati. He's Indian, so
All right, that
it's an
explains a
Indian
lot.
last name.
All right.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Okay.
And he's from Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah,
All right. Branch.
or at least.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Yeah. It says that he was born in Cincinnati, so I assume he's from there.
All right. Branch.
I hope they report Dane County first, just so Everett Mitchell gets to be in first place
That'll
for
be
a bit.
funny. Yeah. Branch COVID-19 for 5. Any chance of covering the Chicago mayor election next week? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. I want to see light
Yeah.
go away. Wholesome.
Although I'm worried that it's going to be a top 2 between Vallis and Lightfoot.
I'm hoping Vallis wins. He's the only one that can clean that dump up. DJ Aftershock for 2. We need a third way. Peterson Stutzman. Oh, God. No. Stop it. For those that don't know the inside joke, just don't look it up.
Yeah, you don't want to know who that guy is, but
Oh, both are freaking. I'm not going to say anything.
someone on Twitter made a. I'll post it. I'll send you it. It's I have to find it.
Okay.
Here, I'll post it. So, I don't know if I should say this. I don't know if I should.
Don't say it. Just send it to me. I'm not taking a
I
chance.
sent it. I sent
The
it. You guys- you
EDP
can-
445s of election Twitter.
That's best way to describe it. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
the Mark Victor thing. Oh my gosh. Let's see. What do you guys?
Real American politics. Are you ever going to run for Wisconsin governor?
No. Absolutely not.
Will you ever run for state senate?
No. I'm just gonna focus on this and see how far we go. That's all I'll say. Final comment. That's all.
I think it'll take you pretty far.
Who knows? We just gotta see. No, we're not doing this. Okay. Decision Desk has nothing. New York Times has nothing. Woo! Yay, your favorite part of an election where nothing happens for 50 minutes. If Janet wins the special election, I'm just gonna leave.
How would you react if Janet in the primary got over 50% of the vote?
I would question because this is Ozaki she's in.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, what counties are these guys actually from? I haven't looked into
It's
that.
Ozaki. Most of it's Ozaki. So
Oh, all 3, 4 of them.
not
The
um.
Mitchell's from Dane County,
Yeah, I mean I
right?
know Mitchell.
Oh, you at the
And
Supreme
Dora.
Court. Okay.
Yeah.
Mitchell's from Madison. The two conservatives are technically from Waukesha, and
Hmm.
however you say the other Democrat is from Milwaukee.
All right, you guys, I got to go for a little bit, but I'll be back. You guys can follow me at DJT2024
Now,
Hive
wait a
on Twitter.
minute.
I'll be right back.
Wow, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that Wisconsin named a county after famous pop singer Kesha? That is so cool.
Bruh. Just. Oh, man. I thought Milwaukee was the Atlanta. No,
That is so cool, Paul. Hey guys, Tyrone here.
all the cities in Wisconsin are nice. There's really not, like, Madison, their politics suck, but it's still a nice city. It's not like certain cities that I will not say here, but they're nice cities. Their politics suck. And we got results. We got our first results from Milwaukee. Whoa! Mitchell's at 27% in Milwaukee. While the two
What percent of the vote is it?
it's 4%. So this is early vote, I'm guessing.
Yes.
I still don't really get how Wisconsin counts their early vote.
Yes.
Is it like a county per county basis?
Sometimes. Okay,
Like
so
with other states like Arizona or Pennsylvania, you have a clear idea of which
yeah,
one they're counting.
the two
towards.
conservatives got less than 20%. This absentee ballots in Milwaukee, I'm guessing. But Mitchell got 27%. Wow.
Yeah. Wait, which one is the song? Because I'm on New York Times and I
I'm
don't
on
see it.
Decision Desk right now.
I can't find it on Decision Desk.
Yeah, it's stupid how you find it. Yeah, it's way too. I'm not gonna say anything. This is like yeah, it's absentee ballots. I'm guessing. So we're not gonna say anything.
New York Times says Wood County.
Wow.
Kowski at a plurality. Kelly's up
Both-
against
okay,
Doro.
yep.
About 9.
Wood. How did Wood? I forgot how Wood County votes. So 61%. So it is very early, but so far the conservatives are voting roughly in line with how Ron Johnson did in 2022.
It's only 6%, but if Kelly's able to hold around a 9-point lead against Doro in Wood County, that's a very good sign
Yeah.
for him because Michaels barely won that against Cleafage.
Let's see here. Ben Sinnix for 5. Be careful with Decision Desk. Yeah, I'm being careful, but I'm guessing that is absentee votes. It has been misleading. So yeah, just be careful with Decision Desk. Wood County, yeah. So far is very early, but so far they're in line with Ron Johnson.
What do you think the chances are? I know there's only 2 counties in, and both are partial, but just looking at these really, really early votes, what do you think the chances are of there being 2 conservatives on the ballot in April? Because
Kelly just flipped it.
Janet's not
Okay.
doing great.
Whoa, okay. All right, we're starting to get some votes in.
Oh, that's really bad for Doro.
Whoa, okay.
Doro may actually get 3rd.
Okay, Dane County's in. Mitchell has 6 votes in.
What?
Oh my gosh.
How is he
Mitchell.
losing? That's where he's from.
The Democrats are combining for 55% in Dane. I know it's only 200 votes, but
Everett Mitchell, no!
and Waukesha very
Over
early
Mitchell.
as well. Oh man, yes, Red Dane County. Oh, would that be funny?
Mitchell is like the judge version of Mandela Barnes.
He's
right?
the
But
Bernie
he
bro
can't
this
win an
election.
election. Okay.
Okay, Okinawa, how's that? So yeah, roughly in line, maybe a bit better, but it is very early. Man, that Dane County number, that's stop
It's so
the
over
count.
for Everett Mitchell.
Stop the count. Oh man, just stop the count.
He's not even gonna get double digits statewide.
I know it's early, but Good signs. Yeah, these are really good signs for Kelly so far.
On Kanto County, Kelly with 48% of the vote.
That's
Doro with
exactly what he
22.
needs. If he's getting these numbers, and these are early, and who knows
I'm
what
actually
votes
gonna-
these are.
I'm gonna pull up the Michaels versus Cleavage one just to compare.
And you know what? I will be doing a precinct map for this election, so stay tuned for
Let's
that.
go.
So take a little bit because. So yeah, we're gonna be here for a little bit. I do like the signs so far.
Yeah, Oconto County is a county Michaels beat Cleavage in by about 27 points.
26
And Kelly's
points.
being Doro there by
26.
about 26.
Okay,
Huh.
Brown County. This is a big one. Kelly is whoa. Okay, Kelly and Doro
Wow.
combining for 66%. Ron John's got 55. So I'm liking these signs so far. For Kelly. But again, it's only 200 votes. But still. And Doro has just flipped Waukesha. And the Republicans are combining for 55 or 65% of the vote. Almost 66.
Wood County is now a tie on New York Times. Very interesting.
Fascinating.
Wood County's gone brown, not brown, gray.
So far it's a tie. They're doing basically the same as they did with Ron Johnson. Yeah, I know that I'm from Wisconsin. I still don't know how to pronounce your name correctly. Don't sue me.
Yeah, I don't think these numbers are early, but Doro's doing pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, her bread and butter's from Waukesha. If she only gets like 55%, let's see here. Jefferson.
I am curious as to how Dodge and Fond du Lac counties go because those are hard Cruz Michaels counties. That is where Michaels is from.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if that's more of because you're kind of more Trumpy counties now or just because Michaels is from there.
So yeah, very early. But I am liking, if you're Kelly right now, I do like some of these very early returns. So, we just gotta see what happens.
Yeah. Well, on New York Times, Prada C. Wicks
Just call her Janet.
took the
Just call
took
her
the lead,
Janet.
Janet, because Jefferson County came in and Janet's in the lead there.
Barron County.
40.
Wow.
She has a plurality there.
Wow.
Wood County is now tied between Janet
Yeah, we saw
and
that.
Daniel Kelly. Yeah.
Barron County with 2%, again, very early. The Republicans are combining for around 70%. John's got around 64% here. Fascinating. Mom, we want more results, though. But I am glad that, unlike certain states, we are getting results.
Not the deal.
What? Who said that?
I don't. It's the person.
Doro, yeah, there we go. Doro with a big lead in Waukesha. If she wins, it's going to be because of this.
Dane County,
Up
there's more votes in.
25
Yeah.
against Kelly. We might see more of a suburban and rural difference between the two candidates
So
than we saw
actually,
with Michaels and Cleavage.
With 27% in, the Republicans are actually outperforming Johnson and Dane. Okay. All right. I am liking.
I think an interesting election to compare it to might be the Secretary of State election from 2022 because that was the closest, other than Ron Johnson, that
I just like looking
Democrats
at
still won it. But
I just like looking at the federal election just because it's sometimes more coherent with trends. So because with lower level elections, you don't freaking know.
It's like aliens back.
Yeah, Milwaukee and Waukesha finally came in on New York Times.
Yeah, we're finally getting more results.
Oh, and Winnebago just came in.
Bingo. So far, it looks like statewide, we are seeing kind of an overperformance by Republicans so far. Like, compared to Ron Johnson, like, barely. Like, by the skin of his teeth. So yeah, Kelly's crushing it outside of Waukesha. When he's outside of Waukesha and Jefferson and some of these other Milwaukee counties, Kelly's killing it. Kelly is absolutely killing it. So yeah. All right. Who are we rooting for? I personally support Kelly. Doro is the second conservative.
I also support Kelly.
Is a Republican primary? No, it's a blanket primary. So the top two candidates move on.
And there's no runoff, so don't panic if you see Janet get over
Well,
50%.
yeah. I just want to
Maybe
see
panic
more
a little
results. I want to see more results.
A lot of the votes are just from Dane and Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Do. And they already called the decision desk. They're going to call it that Protowitzki is going to move on to a runoff. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
telling
she's
me
at
this for
49.
49.
She's at. I mean, with the combined Democrat vote right now would be 59%.
Whoa, something big came
Oh,
in. Waukesha.
well, it just changed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's now
66%
64.
66% of the vote
Oh wow.
is going to the Republicans in Waukesha.
Wow.
Doro's
Yeah,
getting dictator
and-
margin in Waukesha.
Dora's getting 47%.
I'm liking some of these numbers. I am liking some of them. Again, it is very early, obviously, but... Now, what else came in? Winnebago basically came in. It looks like Winnebago is...
Oh wow. Yeah, it's all in.
It's all in, and it looks like it is around a 3-4 point shift.
That's very good for Kelly.
Yeah.
It's a really good final margin. Michaels won this by about 5.6.
So it looks like
It seems like Janet is very lucky that Mitchell isn't getting, Milwaukee numbers anywhere else, that he's in fourth
He's
pretty
doing
much everywhere
terrible
except
at
for
Milwaukee.
New York Times updated Winnebago to 70% reporting.
Yeah, now 70%. Okay.
They found more votes.
Ah, yes. The mysterious
Up the count.
vote. Only Southern states use
We're
runoffs.
going to wake up tomorrow and Everett Mitchell will be in first somehow.
So true.
He's our new dictator.
Is Kelly or Dora more conservative? I would say Kelly, just barely more conservative, but we just got to see. Who do we want to win? A Kelly or Doro? But preferably, I would say Kelly, but you can support who you want. Just support the Republican, no matter who, because we cannot lose this race.
Has the abortion thing already been struck down, or is that going to go to
Abortion?
the Supreme Court after this race?
What abortion?
The abortion ban in Wisconsin.
It's going after.
I know they're trying to get rid of that. So
It's going after, I believe. Plus, there is referendums this April on cashless bail, so that's going to help conservatives. Waukesha. All right. With 18% in, there's a lot of rural areas not counting anything yet.
That's just how Wisconsin counts.
Yep. So
yeah,
Matt-
I think it's really hard to judge the Republican side until the rural comes in.
yeah, but I do think Kelly, he's doing a lot better than I would say anticipated.
Kenosha's reporting 66%.
Wow.
Against Doro.
They are combining for 55%. Ron Johnson got 52. Wow. The trends
Wow.
in Kenosha are seemingly continuing. Those Kenosha riots really did something there.
No, Rittenhouse single-handedly made that county shift.
Yes.
They're going to get rid of the Armenian Democrats eventually.
Now, where do those votes come from?
Richland is 2% in.
Now, where do
Rap,
those...
what's the
What?
What's
the website you're using
I'm
other
using-
than New York
Everett
Times?
Mitchell's in third in Richland County
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, what was that huge vote dump, I wonder? I'm guessing Milwaukee? Who knows?
It was
No.
the
Eau
3
Claire.
a.m. mules came early.
Eau Claire 90%.
90%.
Kelly's up 20 against Doro.
So that is
That's
a bit
really
of an
big.
underperformance there for Republicans, but who knows?
Somebody just said Kyle Rittenhouse for governor in the chat. So
True.
true, so true.
So true. So
Not even-
true.
I don't think he would win the governor election in Illinois.
James, he will. Trust the plan.
No,
mean,
he'll run for governor of Illinois, and the people show up to the Cook County voting station. He's just there with his rifle and his gloves, and they don't get votes in Cook County.
So 25% in with Madison over halfway done, Milwaukee 30% in. And we do have a special election in Wisconsin 8th. No! No!
Oh, what's going on there?
The person I didn't want to win is currently winning. No!
Oh.
Absolutely.
It's Wisconsin. It's Wisconsin 8th.
Yeah. No. Pain. Just pain.
Wisconsin is now quarter in.
Wait, where can I find the election results for Wisconsin's 8th?
It's a decision
Decision
desk
desk.
somewhere. Right. So far, we're still missing a ton of the state. So.
Yeah, here it
Rittenhouse
is.
Barnes.
Republican. Yeah, Republican primary. Janelle Brandt-Tijen is slightly above
Oh,
Dan Nodal.
boy. Trump Rittenhouse. So true.
Yeah, I'm really curious what Dodge County is going to be.
A few more counties are in on the New York Times.
So, Vernon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah.
I mean, if it's any consolation, Rap, there's the separation in the 8th district is like 30
I know,
votes.
but I do not want her to win. Absolutely not.
Is she like
She's
like a Minnesota style Republican?
No, she's a lunatic. That's all I will say.
Some more counties are in,
More.
mainly in the rural north. Kelly's up big there.
So Milwaukee
Wow.
is 73% in.
Barron County up northwest. Kelly has 50% of the vote. Doro's only at 9.
So for the
That's
math I'm
crazy.
doing, the rest, so half the votes in from Dane, over half the votes in, or 3/4 of votes in Milwaukee. The rest of the votes should become increasingly more Republican, mathematically speaking. If math serves well. Which sometimes it doesn't. Math sometimes is stupid.
Yeah.
We just gotta see.
Yeah. And
Oh,
Yeah.
Fond du Lac
Well,
is in. Kelly's
yeah, Fond du Lac.
Oh,
up
that's a
7
big
against
one.
Doro.
that is
That's
a big
really
one.
bad for Doro.
So, again, the trend continues. Republicans are doing about the same as Ron Johnson is.
It's so kind
Fond
of
du
funny
Lac,
that
where all the
Everett
good
Mich-
cheese comes from.
Wisconsin?
Yes.
Yeah, Wisconsin. We have cheese everywhere. We're called the cheese.
No, but I mean, Fond. I feel like Fond du Lac, I've heard before, has good cheese in
Yeah.
particular.
So,
It's kind of funny that Everett Mitchell only gets 12% in his home county.
is he doing better in Milwaukee? He's doing better in Milwaukee.
He's doing better where it's in the Janet territory than he is in his own.
And Janet's doing better in his. Oh my. You know, sometimes
I love
hate-
elections.
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse
Lacrosse
came in?
all in, yeah.
Basically all in.
Kelly's up a lot
Yeah.
against Doro.
Yeah, 55% Janet.
That is a bit concerning for Republicans. That is a bit concerning if it's all in.
It's greater than 95%, so pretty much
That
it's
is
all
not
in.
good.
Yeah, because I don't know how much of a vote, like,
The New
Evers
York
and Barnes
Times,
got.
we all
back
know
then.
New York Times is sometimes stupid.
What
Lacrosse.
county is this?
Lacrosse.
But typically when they
Oh.
put greater than 95%, they're pretty sure that there's no more votes left.
Yeah, but it's New York Times, so. Okay, Washington is in on decision desk. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
It's basically
Bro,
basically all
sorry,
in.
but Chuck Grassley is winning New Hampshire.
Wow. You're
All right,
telling me
y'all,
this
I'm
is the
back.
first time?
What did I miss?
So far, basically nothing.
Yeah, it's just right now Janet's in first, Doro's in second, Kelly's in third, and Mitchell's in fourth.
It seems like Kelly's
Paul,
outperforming.
Did you say Grassley is winning New Hampshire?
So some guy named Chuck Grassley is winning the New Hampshire State House 8th special election, but he's a Democrat.
Great news for Masters.
Oh, sure.
So funny. Anyways,
We've
it
heard
seems
this
like
7,000 times.
Oh,
it seems like
oh,
Daniel
Rap.
Kelly is outperforming Michaels' primary numbers outside of Waukesha, basically,
Hmm.
and a couple others.
Why is the woman with the weird name winning everywhere? Wow.
That's
Well,
just
she's
vote-
the
vote
Democrats united behind her and abandoned Mitchell, so he's not gonna. So, while the Republicans are pretty evenly split between two candidates, so
How'd you guys like Everett Mitchell's debut in the thumbnail, by the way?
Oh,
It's a little hard to tell, but he's actually not wearing a
I
shirt.
forced you to move that.
But Rap, I'm curious. What do you think about the rumors that if Republicans can win that 8th district in the state Senate, that they're going to try and impeach the governor?
Do it. Yes, she's losing. Yes. She's at 31%. Thank God. Please lose.
oh wow, Janet's
that's
now
a
over
wrap.
50%.
It's a rap endorsement for impeaching the governor.
Janet's now over 51% in the total vote, with 40% in.
A lot of that's just partially because of Milwaukee being almost in. All in,
Yeah, I know.
gain over half. Look, yeah, even Eau Claire and La Crosse are all in, or basically all in. So the Democrats' numbers should gradually drop as of now, starting from now.
Somebody called her Janet Protoplasm. That's a good nickname.
I wish like those Polish last names were easier to pronounce, because I can never pronounce like any Polish name.
One time I slammed my fists into my keyboard and the Polish people in the Twitters that agreed with me.
What? That doesn't make any sense. What?
He doesn't get it.
So yeah, Democrats combined for 60% with basically all of Madison, Milwaukeean.
Hey, Everett Mitchell's in second place in Chippewa County.
Hi.
Let's go, Everett Mitchell.
Oh boy. Well, the problem is you don't know what's freaking absentee or not. And even though I think we're getting better at it, it's so far just like you cannot tell what. Is
Doro's
what.
winning Washington County.
Not a surprise.
91% in.
Great news for Masters.
If you say that one more time.
I never even found that joke funny.
It was always a bad meme because I forgot who said it. Was it Barris?
Bad
who said
news
that?
for Master Yeet.
Did Barris start that?
Probably.
Yeah, I have no idea who started that. People just started saying it.
Okay, more votes coming in from Rock County.
I say Origami is pretty much all in.
Supposedly that the supposedly there's been a mix-up with some like the results for precinct, so they may be saying like 99%. It may not be true. Of course. Oh boy, who knows? We just
One
got-
town is the whole county.
okay, that's a big vote dump. Where did that go? Where did that come from? I guess Waukesha.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
So
Yeah, Waukesha's now all in.
64% of the vote. Nice. That went to conservatives. Slight improvement over Ron Johnson. I'm rooting for the state senate, anybody but who Trump endorsed, because Janelle Branchnick. I'm not even going to say anything. I have my opinions. That is all. Great news for Mitchell. That's the new meme. Great job, everybody.
Great news for real American politics.
So true.
All right, we're almost at 50% in. Currently
Yeah.
49. The only
Great
county
news for-
Doro's
I'm not
probably
gonna say
gonna. The only county Doro's probably gonna get over Kelly at this point is Ozaki, and then Kelly will start gaining on her through the small town counties.
Yeah, so far it's meh. It's hard to gauge because right now we have the lot of Republican areas to go. And I can actually check Dane County. I can actually check where these votes are supposed to come from. We're going to see. So yeah, 66% of the votes in Dane is done. And we're going to see if the city of... How are we looking?
Oh, they found more votes in Waukesha. 89% in now.
Oh yes, they're finding
wanna see.
votes.
I want to see I want to see Ozaki County finally have some results.
It's gonna be Doro.
Probably.
Well, actually, no. Janet will probably have a plurality, but it's gonna be Doro over Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I expected. You know, it seems like Doro's doing decent in the WoW counties.
Are we losing? No. No, here's the thing. This is the issue with gauging the result. So 64% in Dane and around 67% in... So there's probably like... Of this 49% left to vote, probably like 7% of it's going to come from Milwaukee and Madison. That's my guess. So we can't say anything right now. It's just... Who's who? You kind of just have to guess at this point. But so far, some of the results we are getting by county that are 100% in, they look okay for Republicans. Like, roughly running in line with Ron Johnson, which I'll take. If you're running in line with Ron Johnson, you'll be fine. The whole point is just don't get blown out in the primary.
Yeah, honestly, after 2020, and I don't mean in terms of electoral prospects, I just mean in general, the kind of general vibe feels like people are just kind of, I'm not going to say put up with Trump, but Trump-like candidates don't do as well as they did outside. I don't know. It kind of feels like the Trump appeal is not there, so Trump-like candidates just aren't doing as strong as you'd expect them to be doing.
The problem is, I think, just the Trump brand. I think he is... Sometimes he's doing some great things when it comes to some of those policy videos, but then every now and again, he just does some bozo move. It's like, dude, stop.
Yeah, you should be used to it by now. It's doing that for
I know, but it's like, dude.
Yeah, but your average person who isn't terminally online and develops a large immunization to it doesn't just develop the desensitivity to it.
Yeah, I don't know, why I don't one thing I don't get is why he did all that NFT stuff.
Because, James, it looked
Actually, funny story from.
I mean, it probably. I mean, the NFTs sold out. It was undoubtedly a successful scheme.
And New York Times called it for Janet. What a surprise! Wow.
I mean, the Democrats united behind her. Of course, she was gonna.
Apparently, the story with the Trump NFTs is that some intern who was in charge of that marketing scheme heard that Trump was going to make his actual announcement, which was going to be that I can't remember. It was a digital Bill of Rights thing, I think.
All right, I want to correct someone in the chat. Ours are not doing well in the suburbs.
Oh, what do you say?
So someone saying in the chat is saying that more generic R's compared to Trump. Yeah, compared to Trump, they're doing better in the suburbs, but compared to even just a couple years ago or so, they're still doing way worse.
Good
They
news
usually
for
do.
Masters.
Trump just accelerated trends in the suburbs that were taking place
Well,
for
that's
probably
what I'm
decades
saying.
now.
He just accelerated a lot of these trends we saw. So
Like even like Kemp in Georgia, I don't think he really like did he? I don't think he changed many trends in like these counties.
no, he won because he wanted to get Stacey Abrams by that much. That's why he won by so
Mandela
He
much.
won
Barnes-
because he
Mandela
went against
Barnes
someone who
swung the
failed,
suburbs
and he
left.
was popular. It was a red wave in the Sun Belt states, but it was kind of a splash in the Midwest.
Yeah, I mean, Mandela Barnes swung the suburbs left. That's the thing. You're not just gonna start doing better with them again with non-Trump
Yeah.
candidates.
Like yeah, Stacey Abrams still won Gwinnett by 11.
Yeah, those suburbs will never be won again. They're not gonna be even close. From what I heard,
Yeah.
a lot of the
The only people who are going to win Wisconsin at this point are people named Trump or people like to the right of Trump. I'm
Yeah.
convinced it's not really going to go any other way for
That
a
can
generic
that
Republican.
can turn out the small towns in the state.
Ron Johnson was lucky that he was facing a socialist. Yeah, black nationalist. He was lucky he was facing that kind of guy and that he was an incumbent.
Okay, so
But-
this is.
Hold on. You
our
said he's a
theory-
black nationalist and socialist? Is he a national socialist? Are Democrats the
Hey,
real
hold
Nazis?
on, sir. Okay, but yeah, so good news, everybody. As more votes getting reported, the Democrat vote share is going down and down and
All right.
down.
Great news for Masters.
Utagami around 95% in.
Woo!
Kelly's up. What's the math there? 19 points against Dora.
A potato could have
Interesting
been
numbers.
Stacey Abrams.
That's much better than Michael's.
Bro, this precinct map is gonna be whack when I do it.
This map is reminding me of the land doesn't vote people do meme because Doro is beating out Kelly, although Kelly has a lot more counties.
Well, Kelly, there's a lot more Kelly counties out.
Yeah, that's another reason too.
that-
But
or
that's just
that
as
we're
I
waiting
currently
for
see
it.
it. I think it's funny.
I mean, Doro really only has Uzaki left.
Yeah.
Great news for Mitchell. That is the new meme, everybody. Good news for Mitchell. And like I said before the video, for the past couple weeks, I'm not looking too much into the total vote share. That much. I'm just saying, like, if we underperform, if we lose by 10 points statewide, we may have a problem. If we lose the primary by 3 or 4 points statewide, it's like, that could easily be overcome.
I think people are panicking a little bit early for an election where, Dane and Milwaukee are getting close to almost completely counted,
Yeah.
and like all of rural Wisconsin is not in.
Sauk County is about all in.
And it's
Kelly up
Yeah.
9.
you're not going to keep getting these absurd dumps like you are in, Dane you probably will, but it's like, people need to chill out because you got places up north that haven't even started to count these races.
Yeah,
And-
there's still some counties with decent populations that haven't counted
Yeah,
their
Kelly.
votes yet.
Kelly's been narrowly gaining on Doro as well. I think he was down 5 earlier. Now it's 2.6.
Yeah. I mean, he's slowly
Yeah.
getting up there.
You got
For
like
Poland.
Sheboygan, you've got Marathon.
Marathon's
Yeah, I
a
mean
big
the
one.
only
That's going to be a big one.
other big places for the Democrats are like the native areas, and those don't have that much population.
That's
so.
that.
That's just
That's just-
Menominee.
Yeah, just Menominee, and there's no votes there.
There's Greene and Iowa counties. Those are Biden counties that haven't been reported yet.
Let's see here. Wholesale DJ Aftershock for 5. Have any of you been told that you are just jealous of the rich suburbs? Because I've seen people be called that on various platforms. Who knows? Honestly, I've been called a lot of things. You are a racist because this and this.
Rap is a great friend. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, my friend.
I like a 5.
I mean,
5
that's
out of
just
10.
Rap is a
That's
Chad.
just blatant elitism.
Okay, there
Rap.
we go. Big vote.
Real American patriot. Also, hey guys, what's up? I'm finally back on my computer. I can speak full voice now.
Congratulations. What do you want? A trophy?
No, I just want to be able to eat this pancake and 3 eggs I made.
Marathon
Paul-
counties in.
Yeah,
Paul,
guys.
I made-
Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was just say, Paula, I made eggs with Cajun seasoning.
Wow, beautiful. Good for you.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, I fucking love Cajun seasoning. I grew up like less than 30 miles away from the border with Louisiana, so I'm very used to Cajun food.
Bro,
so
Guys, the group chats I'm in for Twitter, a lot of them are losing their minds because we're 51% in. We're down.
Oh,
The
jeez.
conservatives are at 45%. It's like, dude, Madison and Milwaukee, the votes left, you're probably like, what percent left is from Madison and Milwaukee? I don't think it's going to be as much as the rest of the state. Could it be? Yes.
Republicans haven't unleashed the mules yet.
Yeah. But it's like, okay, if we're 50-50 at the end of the night and you look at the turnout data, like Madison's like 50% of the electorate, it's like, okay, people need to chill out.
did Mitchell just like stop campaigning, or did he just
he had no
not have a
money.
good campaign?
He had no money.
Oh.
And his problem was he ran as open progressive. That killed him, I think.
Yeah.
Something, communist, something, no money,
Wow.
100 million.
Radical
people dead.
liberal Raphael Warnock Mitchell.
Radical liberal, whatever. Who knows? This race need a big penguin ball.
Big Penguin bowling was
Big
more
Penguin.
accurate than Trafalgar. So
And Barris.
He disappeared after the election, though.
Great news. For
I feel
Mitchell.
bad. They were kind of cool.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, respect to Trafalgar. All of the Dem pollsters kept going after being wrong in 2016, but Trafalgar just disappeared after missing one election. So
No, they pulled.
No,
the
they've
runoff.
done some polls. They've been
They
doing.
pulled the
polls,
runoff in Georgia, and they actually got it right. I believe.
Well, they just some of it I think has to do with like, okay, this is their first serious miss ever. It's like
They're probably this was a midterm, so it's probably good they fucked up on a midterm.
yeah.
Because if they fucked up on a presidential election, I'm pretty sure their reputation would be completely
Yeah.
ruined. So
Everybody was wrong
if
about
I heard,
this.
yeah,
The
literally
issue with
the only
Trafalgar.
people who were remotely close to accurate with the 2022 midterms were literally like
Big
You're
Penguin
in-
polling.
literal like pronouns people, gay and trans flags in their names, like lib et people who were like openly talking about how cool it was that Mandela Barnes was a black nationalist. Like those are the only people that ended up getting it right. Even moderate Democrats ended up getting it fucking wrong. I don't.
I mean, even no one had like Florida going DeSantis 19, and then like Tony Evers winning re-election.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
except for Scott Presler. Props to him. He was the only Republican who said, "We're not actually working on the ground. We're just taking this for granted." And now he's working hard. So
Candace Gertrude Flynn for 5.
Scott Presler can stay.
Who would win a George Santos versus Joy Reid presidential election? Santos. He would win. He would just run like 15 independents.
But yeah, if I had to guess, I would guess that Trafalgar has stepped back from the light to tweak their own internal polling stuff so they don't look like idiots next time.
Yeah, I think that it is a good idea. Like, if you get wrong in a midterm, it's like fine. But if you get wrong in a presidential election, I don't know, man.
I think part of Trafalgar's problem was they expected Trump people to come out, and although that formula worked for them in past elections, it just didn't this time because of how badly working class turnout collapsed.
All right.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's probably
Scene
the
is all
best
in.
explanation.
Okay, let's see here. Buck Hunter 431 for 2. You should do a Republican Governor Steelers. I will. And another thing about the a lot of these misses is I went back to my data. If the electorate was R+2 or R+, what was the generic ballot? R+2?
It was R plus 2.8.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
I
it's
put
someone
it
like
back,
R+2.
I had R plus 2.8 instead of R plus 5. My House prediction would have been basically spot on.
I want to point out that Racine County Republicans have 55% of the vote, and it's about
That's
all
good.
in.
That's good. That's a good
And-
sign.
Doro's up 11 against Kelly there.
Man, pancakes made with cream cheese is tasty.
Interesting.
Let's see. Any Arizona and Nevada polls should be taken. Yeah, Any poll from Nevada and Wisconsin, just ignore them. Just ignore polling at this point.
Even worse yet, never look at a poll from Washington State ever again. I don't even know who they were polling for that.
Yeah, who are they polling to say that
I think-
Tiffany Smiley had a chance? She did worse
feel
than
like-
Joe Ray Perkins.
I feel like those were push polls to get Republicans to waste resources on Washington.
That was a disaster. And
It's
I
a shame
fell for it.
it's a shame because Smiley was like an actually good candidate. If she had run for House or somewhere, she probably could have won by a lot, or at the very least a decent bit.
Okay.
God, I hope Joe Kent doesn't run for re-election.
You know, here's my issue with Kent.
I'm a proud Kent supporter.
Here's the thing though with Kent. On economics, he's a Republican I'd want. Outside of that, no. He is a terrible, awful Republican on everything else. Economics, he's perfect. Social and cultural issues, he sucks. I mean,
Yeah,
that was his
imagine attacking sports. Like, your average person's not going to be sophisticated enough to understand your criticism of sports. They're just going to go, "Oh, he doesn't like football." And another weird thing is a lot of people simultaneously thought he was like a Bernie Bro socialist, but also like a QAnon white nationalist. So he was like a white national social. Oh, I can't say that on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, attacking, randomly attacking a religious group that is 20% of the voters in your state is maybe not a great idea. But
Maybe
That
especially when they
political
agree with you
guy-
on abortion.
That political guy for $2 says best Democratic governor. I would say right now Josh Shapiro. Funny enough.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of
honestly,
true.
like, I mean, honestly, obviously, I don't agree with Shapiro whatsoever, but I would not be surprised. You guys saw the news of him opening up the state bureaucracy to people without college degrees, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, honestly, not only is that just a great way for Republicans to get more involved in state politics, which, assuming the Pennsylvania Republicans had a brain that could beat Shapiro's on no mice, however, this is the Pennsylvania Republicans we're talking about, it's still cool nonetheless that people are going to get those opportunities.
Yeah.
Josh Shapiro is going to be a force to be reckoned with in 2028 if he vies for president.
I think he will try to be president. I think he will run at some point.
He's gonna
Man, imagine the Shapiro
I will say,
off candidacy.
Yeah,
I think
I think that might have been
Yeah.
the most consequential thing of the 2022 midterms. The Democrats did find some presidential candidates. Before
I think the three
2022,
Demo- I
it
think-
feels like they didn't have a lot of people left on their bench.
they
I think
They
the
gained
like
quite a
I
bit.
think the three Democrats who are gonna after like Biden, I think who would be the front runners would be Whitmer, Warnock, and Shapiro.
Not Warnock.
Warnock, no.
Well, I think
No,
Ossoff.
I think he would be a front runner to run for president.
I think Ossoff is stronger than Warnock.
We're talking about
I think-
2028, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2028.
Okay, I was gonna
think
suggest
Warnock
Gavin
would be-
Newsom. if it was 24.
Ossoff's a stronger candidate than Warnock. I think.
No, I think Gavin after Gavin Newsom's weak perform. I mean, he won by less than DeSantis. I don't think he would be. I don't know if he would be able to.
I mean, look, if Newsom runs, he's not running to win. He's running to rake in as much money for the DNC as possible because he is the darling of the DNC.
Those are the guys who tend to win.
Yep.
Whoa.
I mean, shit.
Never mind.
I would vote for Newsom in a primary because I live in an open primary state.
I can't stand Newsom. He's
No, neither
did
can
so-
I.
he-
I absolutely despise gruesome Newsom.
like, how do you win California by less than DeSantis wins Florida?
Yes.
He did so bad.
They got lazy after the recall. After he won by like the same margin as in 2018, I don't
We
think
got-
they really
We
cared
got another
anymore.
super chat. David Duke for 2, confessing my
David, dude,
No.
hold on.
my love for justice.
No.
I can't finish.
James, I think you have a fan.
I don't think so.
I am a Gabe Marquez hater account.
It's cool that we actually have an actual politician in the chat. I didn't know David Duke was on here.
Yeah. Wait, take the. Oh my. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Whatever.
This is going to be
Wisconsin's
close
now
between Kelly and Duro, it
59%
looks
in.
like.
Wow, you're telling me this for the first
This
time.
whole chat is great news for Masters.
Ooh.
The mules are coming in. Daniel
You know what I'm
Kelly's
going to
now
say?
within a point.
This is great news for Mitchell, I think.
Bro,
What's
look
crazy is
at Menominee.
that Duro is still in second place.
What?
What happened to Menominee?
Republicans
What?
got 43% in Menominee. Oh my god.
Wait,
Amazing.
The
how?
Indians didn't turn out.
43%. Ron Johnson got 22%. There's no way this is it.
Yeah, there's no
Also,
way.
the,
This has to be wrong. Also, Daniel Kelly's getting really close to Doro. They're now,
Give him
it's
a
now
nominee.
within 1%.
Little did you guys know, we will counterback the suburban trends with Menominee. You fools!
DJ Aftershock for 2. People say that Roy Cooper would get 400 electoral votes against Trump. That's bull. That is total baloney.
No Democrat is winning 400 electoral votes ever again. No candidate is.
Probably in
most
20
people-
years.
Yeah, okay, I will be fair. Yeah, you know, best Democrat governor probably is somebody like John Bell Edwards, but he's the last of a dying breed. So, and
Yeah,
even
I
John
don't
Bell
even-
Edwards could not get 400 electoral votes.
I don't even consider John Bell Edwards to be like remotely presidential material. The dude's too pro-life to win a Democrat primary. I mean, he'd be like the perfect Democrat in the '90s, maybe a little bit too much to the left of the '90s, but like today, nah.
It's too bad.
Let's see here. David, $2. Buck annihilated Everett. What? I'm not. What? I don't even.
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. What? You know,
Are you okay, Rap?
some of these chats is just, oh man.
David Duke's a pretty avid fan of real American politics, it seems.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna ignore that. I didn't hear anything. They'll treat John Bell Edwards like he was General Lee if he ran in a Democrat presidential primary. Yeah, that's probably true.
Alright, Walworth
Yeah,
County.
and
This is a Cleavage County. Kelly's up.
for John Bell Edwards now? No one told me this.
Also,
Yeah, I think like that's why I also think like Brandon Presley would never be presidential material just because like he's pro-life.
Oh man.
He'll turn pro-choice real fast.
No, he won't. I
Yeah,
doubt it
sadly.
because
He will.
he's been in office for so long. I doubt it.
And and like a really small election relative to something like statewide.
Daniel Kelly.
I think that'll flip fast. I never
7 away
Trust
from
the
Dora.
integrity of Blue Dog
Hey,
Democrats
chat.
anymore.
Hey, chat, sound off in the chat if you like pancakes.
what do you guys think about
What do you guys think
oh
about
my gosh.
Lake Masters?
He's a Chad.
I
There's
can't
a lot of
believe
great
I'm
news I
forgetting
hear
his
about him.
name. But who was that? The one in Mississippi. The was it Michael Cassidy? Right? Was the good one?
Yeah,
Guess was the
Michael
bad one.
Yeah,
Cassidy.
he's
Michael
he's running
Cassidy
for-
is probably going to be the Mississippi State House. He was the only Republican in like a very Republican district that until now had a Blue Dog who retired.
So okay,
So
I'm
well,
that's
no,
good
he's
news.
he's running for state house, but he's running in like a blue district.
Alright, Daniel Kelly, 0.5 away from Dora.
It's not. I checked. It's a district that was blue by like low single digits, and if you look up the Democrat, he's like a big blue dog.
okay.
So I'd be shocked if it's
Another-
not like a cultural
It's
It's
conservative
still
district.
I think it's a majority black district.
Okay, we got another super chat.
I'm not sure about that.
David, I'm not gonna. $5. We must secure the existence of James in a future for James.
Just ignore people who make comments like
Yeah,
this.
some super chats I'm
Yeah,
not.
just Yeah, just ignore those because it's stupid.
Daniel Kelly, 0.4 away from Doro. He's catching up.
Okay, let's see here. That political guy for 2, Blake Cakes? Okay.
Great news for Blake investors.
Oh my. Okay. I can't.
Rap slowly going insane.
Wow, you're telling me this for the first time.
Wow, I didn't know that. You're telling me that for the first time.
Sus.
Among Us.
Okay,
I have 3 exams tomorrow. I don't know why I'm procrastinating. I do actually. I don't care.
All right, real
Somebody
American
said,
politics. Who do you
somebody
think
said
is
in the
more?
chat,
what?
Who do you think is more electable, Kelly or Daro?
Kelly.
Correct
someone is
choice.
asking, real American politics, do you see a scenario within the next decade where New York, California, and New Jersey are redder than Texas and Arizona?
No.
I'm not so sure about that.
No.
Arizona,
Not so
maybe.
sure about that.
Texas, no. Look,
I could see New
California
Jersey voting
especially.
for
the Texas Democrats have nobody after Scott Kelly, and even then, Scott Kelly doesn't really have as much appeal in Texas. It's not like Arizona where the bulk of the. Look, all I'm saying is there is a reason that Democrats have not won a single election since Wendy Davis.
All I'm saying is that I'm very excited for real American patriot Anthony DeVolder to take the House seat from lying George Santos.
So true. And the Democrat Anthony DeVolder and the Republican George Santos. Who will you vote for?
Neither.
Stealing Mike Hills. I'm going to bed. I'm playing Ready or not Ready or not Mode Hound.
What if like
Whoever is
what
saying
if,
Robert Francis O'Rourke 2042, stop it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm looking at these results. So
Oh, did you see that one meme? Like 5 minutes after it was announced Beto lost, like 5 minutes after the election, where it's like it was Beto, but he had like a what's the name of like the French crest? I forget what it's called.
So oh, sorry.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Paul?
You have to send it to me.
No, it's like the sign for the French. It's like the Bourbon Dynasty's flag.
Oh, the fleur-de-lis?
Yeah, the fleur-de-lis. There was someone who photoshopped.
He's running in like
fleur-de-lis.
Louisiana.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey guys,
Daniel
my name
Kelly's
is
taking the
Beto.
lead.
Kelly took
My
the
name
lead.
is Beto. It's Beto
Yeah.
with the
Hey, everybody,
T-A-U-S.
shut up. Kelly took the lead.
Kelly took the lead. Great news for
Wow.
Masters.
Great news.
Since the question hasn't come
Well, I
up
mean,
yet,
we'll have-
Rap, what are your thoughts on national divorce?
I'm not going to get into it. No comment. All right. Hosea White
Wow.
for 5.
Wow.
Blake
Okay.
Masters a solid 9 out of 10. Anyone? I'm not going to finish that.
Yeah, Blake
Rap.
Masters looks pretty good.
Rap. What are your thoughts on Publi?
He's okay.
I just saw a picture of naked Bob Ross on my Twitter feed. I'm getting off of Twitter for now.
Oh, don't even get me started on like the shit I've seen today. I saw someone make a soy jack edit of Nikocado Avocado's anus, but it was the Dutch flag, and I'm still trying to comprehend what the fuck it was.
I have a meme of Nikocado Avocado's anus having a cat inside of it, and it's just a sofa.
I think my favorite meme edit of Nikocado's anus is like someone like you know those AI generated memes, right? Where it's like they're taking an image and they then run it through something else. Someone
Yeah.
took Nikocado's anus and made it a mountain with a red waterfall.
I love real American politics streams.
Come on to the Real American Politics streams, guys. We got Nikocado Avocado's dirty asshole.
Stop. Okay.
All right. I'll stop.
David,
I'll stop.
David for 2. Thoughts on National Socialism? Oh my god.
This voice chat, like this voice chat in this stream is like the conservative election Twitter equivalent of like. What's the
If
name
you're
of
gonna
that
say
one
Chapo
with Meghan
Trap
McCain?
House, I swear to God.
No, I was gonna say like it's the one with Meghan McCain, The View. Is that what it's called?
Oh yes, The View.
Yeah, it's like this is like the conservative election Twitter equivalent of The View.
Okay, Wholesome D
None of us are
Aftershock
women.
For 2. Still insane.
Yeah,
that
thank God.
Snowden saying that Ken Buck won Douglas County by 14. He did?
Who's Ken Buck again?
The representative from Colorado.
Mhm.
Douglas
Oh,
County.
Ken
is so-
Buck is actually
Was
really
he
good.
broken in the was he
Ken Buck
broken
is
in
like
the
shockingly
election?
conservative for his district.
Douglas County is like so gone long term for Republicans. By the way,
Colorado is so
probably gonna
gone
flip
for
in
conservatives,
2024.
by the way.
Yeah, no, I mean the best that Coloradans can hope for is that like the 2 or 3 seats that stay Republican there keep electing people like Ken Buck, basically. And maybe they can occasionally steal like a statewide referendum or statewide race if they run the absolute perfect person.
Funnily
like-
enough,
Kinda like
the 8th
California.
district is still totally winnable, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, so okay, here's the thing I'm doing. I'm doing the math, and Republicans are actually doing good in the Milwaukee area, okay in Green Bay. They just are so far crapping themselves in the rest of the state. That looks like that's gonna be the one problem they gotta fix and address before the election. Jets Unleashed for member for 4 months. Thank you so much. Just got in. How are we doing? So. Some counties look great for
You
Republicans.
just missed the chat about Nikocato's ass.
What?
What? What? Why are you? Oh my gosh.
What? What?
Someone asked what's happening. I'm informing them of what's happening.
My. Really? Tyrone! So. Yeah, okay. I'm going to look at one more thing. So, if I'm doing the math correctly, we're doing okay. We are doing okay, actually decent in Milwaukee. The problem that I'm seeing is the Driftless area swinging fairly Democrat. That's going to be the one part of the state they got to focus on.
The thing with Wisconsin is that without Trump on the ballot, Republicans have to make up for the lost turnout by doing better in places like the Milwaukee area
Like,
and the Bow counties.
The one thing that may be a good sign is turnout will be better for the general. That is the one positive. But you cannot lose counties like Lafayette. You just can't. If you lose Lafayette, you're screwed. That political guy for 2, plot twist, George Santos wins the court election. So true. This is good news for Mitchell.
Good news for Matthews.
Yeah, I want to see how like the, because I don't, with the counties left, is Doro or Kelly going to end up on top because Ozaki still isn't counted.
Well,
Washington's almost all counted, but there's a bunch of rurals that haven't counted yet.
we just got to see.
I feel like this is going to be really close for who's in second.
Yeah, it's going to come down to Ozaki. If Kelly does okay in Ozaki and like runs up the rest of the state, he'll win.
Yeah.
I want to say shout out to Paleo Libertarian Zoomer, the best man in Maryland.
Bruh.
He's listening to the stream and says, "What the hell? Please stop this nonsense." I agree.
So true.
Anti-Tyrone discrimination.
So yeah, okay, so again, eastern half of the state Republicans are doing fine. The western half, that's gonna be the issue. We're gonna have to address that.
Yeah, I think Kelly's favored. Ozaki's probably not going to be enough for Doro. Because Ozaki's not exactly that big of a county.
So, Rap, what is your take on the train derailments that have been taking place?
I already addressed
We
this.
already talked about it.
It's
I must have been gone for that period
you
of time.
were. It's not. We got to get it addressed. There's no excuse for it to keep happening.
Yeah, what I had said
Do you
was
think
like
it could
how
just
many
be like?
more.
Do you think it could just be like worker incompetence?
I think it's a general mix of worker incompetence, but mostly due to the fact that infrastructure has degraded to the point where it's a mix of infrastructure has degraded. Companies just don't give a shit about like not only just the quality of the railroads they're on, but also like they don't want to maintain like there are very old trains. There, like
some of
even
these are using like
2000s. There have been
You- so-
multiple. There have been multiple instances of like labor unions and engineer unions and whatnot saying, "Hey, these are terrible fucking there are some really bad rules and regulations for these things. It's an overall very poor situation, and there it's like by and large, I'd say over 99% of cases you could contribute this to a mixture of um corporate not giving a shit, rules and regulations being laxed, and just decaying infrastructure in general, which makes sense because most of these happen in the Rust Belt, Midwest area, which have seen a lot of industrial decay.
Let's see.
I think also it's just how many of these types of issues are like beneath the surface and like a catastrophe could happen at any second.
Let's see.
Oh
here.
yeah, no, it's absolutely unacceptable that like we have 6 derailments a day. We should only be having like 3 or 2 at max a day. But like after a while, when you continue testing your chances, I'm genuinely surprised it took something like the East Palestine leak almost 30 years of just poor regulation and management to happen.
Yeah. I mean, they're using like outdated technology. It's all,
Yeah,
it's
and they
all
keep-
like,
It seems as if like the quality of the people they're hiring is just degraded more and more too.
So your BB for
They're not hiring
$2.
professionals.
We need to pedal to the metal. No dooming. Well, I'm just saying, like, the only concern, the takeaway from this election is Eastern Wisconsin looks good for us. Western Wisconsin, we gotta fix. That's gonna be the problem with this election.
yeah. And also, Washington County is all in now with Doro at 45%.
That's
So
not
now it's
enough.
just,
That's not enough. She's getting
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I don't think Ozaki will save her. It might give her the lead back for a bit, but by the
I
end,
mean,
of
she'll
this,
probably
I
have to
don't
get
know.
dictator margins in Ozaki to.
Unless she like magically wins Dodge County or some other thing.
I think the biggest
Or
takeaway
Sheboygan.
here is that Democrats are not doing like terrible in Madison turnout wise, and Democrats not doing terrible in Madison turnout wise, and Republicans actually having not great turnout. That's only like 53-54% Democrat statewide. I'd be scared if I were them.
Scared
For sure. For sure, my
Scared
man
for
Paul.
who? I'm confused.
Republicans,
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
having that good turnout. Like
Yeah.
disproportionately, turnout is leaning to Dems in
Let's see
Madison.
here. Pagus chronically for 2. Did the right justice win or just Well, it looks like Kelly's gonna win. I think he's better, but we just gotta see.
Yeah, I mean, I'd also be worried in reverse. I think the Democrats and Republicans both have reasons to be worried, but the Democrats should be worried because if they ever have bad turnout and the Republicans have good, then
They're gonna
Wisconsin
wipe
will
out.
just like be so red. It will be a bloodbath.
This is the problem that I'm seeing for Democrats. This may be the concern for Democrats. They are not looking too good in Milwaukee. They are not looking good in Milwaukee. Not
Mhm.
looking too good in Green Bay. They are not looking good in Waukesha. Eastern Wisconsin is looking good for Republicans outside like Door County. Western Wisconsin, if you do some ballot harvesting and stuff, you can make up that. Democrats, I think they kind of have a ceiling in place. Let's see here. Nathaniel for $10. Thank you so much. Hey there, a newer viewer here. Out of curiosity, I'm looking for recommendations now that I am getting the political sphere. Any thoughts on what I should encourage my county to do? Encourage it to not be cringe.
If you're in a state that has bad gun laws statewide, try and make your county a sanctuary county for gun laws. That's a great first
Yeah.
big step. Make sure that your sheriff is good. Sheriffs are very important, especially in counties, that might have a bad prosecutor, or just rural counties. I mean, any county, your sheriff is more important than you probably think they are. So,
Populous Missourian for 5. Kelly has to focus. Yeah. This is a situation where Kelly being the candidate may help us because his appeal is with rural voters. That's our problem right now. We're not getting.
yeah. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of counties where Janet is in first place and Kelly is in second place. There's very few rural counties where Doro is in second place. That's actually probably good.
Yeah, I think Kelly it's starting to look like Kelly is the best option for this because, yes, he is losing some of these counties, but how much of it is a lot of voters? They just think, okay, there's one or two things on the ballot, I'm not going to vote. But then in April, there's a lot of elections. Like, you may want somebody like Kelly in this situation. That's what I'm starting to see here.
Well, people just don't get that the reason he lost so big was because it was on the same ballot as a Democrat primary.
And we got results from Sheboygan. It's over. Kelly is only losing by 3 with 89%. And according to Decision Desk, yeah, it's over. Kelly's going to win. Barring some extreme, crazy situation.
Like Ozaki coming in.
Yeah, that's unless it goes like 55%.
Kelly's the guy we want, right?
Real Americana for 2. Fats was no.
Yeah, if Ozaki comes in and Doro doesn't take the lead or get enough out of it, then it's completely over. Unless again she somehow magically wins Dodge. No.
I have recommendations for $2. I have recommendations for political content. Dear Lord, I don't think I want to know.
People are reading too much into primary turnout as a predictor of the general.
I just said that we should just stay cautious with primary turnout. It is showing some positive news for Republicans, not other positive news for Republicans.
Oh, who left? Oh, rip, Gabe left.
Oof.
Yeah, well, the campaigns still have a long way to go, so I think it's way too early to judge how it's going to turn out in the general.
Pegasus Chronicky, if that's the right name for 2, did the right justice winner just the palatable one. Kelly, I think, is the best option for this race. Because we have a rural turnout problem. Is he one that can get it out?
Oh, yeah, and on New York Times, Kelly is now exactly 1% ahead of Doro.
Hopefully Scott Presser saves us.
Hold up. DeSantis went to Staten Island tonight.
You just realized that?
Dude, I gave up Twitter today for
that's
Lent.
right.
I'm not going to log on until Easter. Did you forget that?
Yes, I'm a goldfish.
Yeah. DeSantis seems to be building his connections for 2024. He's trying to secure endorsements, I'd imagine.
My favorite New York Italian moment was when Cuomo was... Oh, who left? Oh, Paul went offline. His internet probably went out. My favorite part of my favorite New York Italian moment in general is when Cuomo said I'm not perverted, I'm just Italian, and then Rudy Giuliani came out of nowhere and said, yeah, that's true. Sleazy Italians defending each other will never not be funny.
I mean, didn't Chris Cuomo say, like, because he was like there was the recent story that came out about him that when he got fired by CNN, he wanted to do, like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on YouTube, but he was saying, it's okay that I'm violent because Italians are like that or something like that.
Okay, what?
Remember when Rick Caruso said he wasn't white because he was Latino because he's Italian? That was pretty funny.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I would say rural turnout is the focus. If we get rural turnout, we got this. That is what it's looking like.
I mean, it looks like we're going to get the rural turnout.
So what are we looking at for Ozaki? How do we expect that to split?
Ozaki, that's good. That's Doro's last chance. That's her.
It's going to Doro. It's going to, at least against Kelly, though. Janet may get first there, but
Pyrotechnic
Kelly there.
Pyrotechnic for $2 says it's about time for World War III.
Oh.
I kind of agree.
Let's hear
I'd
Pegasus.
find that.
Oh man,
My
Pegasus Chronicky for 2. Wasn't Dora part of the recent famous case? Yes, but there's some serious problems with her behind the scenes. Nathaniel for 5. Should have clarified, my bad. I'm in a Wisconsin GOP county party. I'm asking for ideas how we could ballot harvest legally. Scott Presser should be there, I believe. He should be in Wisconsin soon. Right? I'm not mistaken. He should be in Wisconsin very soon. And yeah, they fixed that. Okay, good.
Don't they just basically harvest ballots at conservative events like gun shows
That's all you got to do.
and stuff like that?
That's all you have to do.
Rallies.
Yeah. And also in the state senate district primary, Dan Nodal is now far ahead of
Yeah, he's
Janet
won.
Branchin.
Call it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all the votes in, and he's about 5,000 votes ahead. So
After Georgia. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that there is some positives to this race, because there is some signs that with a focus on getting the base out, you got this election. The problem is you got to get the base out. So yeah, we just got a she.
oh, Sheboygan just came in, and Doro's in the lead there.
Well, that was expected. That's not as much as she needed, though.
Yeah, she's only ahead by 2.
So it looks like by the end of the day, Republicans would have been outvoted by around 8 points.
Did you read Nathaniel's latest super chat yet?
Nathaniel. Yeah, I read it. Point is, Scott Presser has a manual. I recommend everybody reads it. I forgot the pack he created, but he should be Wisconsin later next month. So, hopefully. She has problems because her son's a drug dealer. I will say nothing else.
Yeah, Republicans just can't, Republicans other than Trump just cannot turn out voters, with like a couple of exceptions, like Youngkin.
Okay, so if we get this under 5% somehow, I'll be a bit more hopeful, I guess.
Oh, welcome back, Paul.
Oh, Paul actually showed up.
Yeah, sorry, my internet died.
I called it.
This is probably gonna be like lean D in April.
I just want to see the Ozaki numbers.
Yeah, we're going to stream the Wisconsin Supreme Court election. So this election coming out in Ozaki. If Kelly does okay there, it has very similar vote shares as Ozaki. So she's going to have to win 10,000. She's going to need to win a lot. Oh, she needs a miracle at this point. That Sheboygan number kind of killed her, but it's looking more and more likely we got Kelly. Why is that bad?
Yeah, I mean, it's only...
Oh, because she helped her son get off because her son killed somebody, but that's not... It's whatever. It's just... If she was a candidate, you would hear about it.
Wait, whose son killed somebody?
Doro. Her son was a drug dealer, and he gave her drugs away and he killed somebody.
Oh, I forgot about that. She's the one.
That's a problem with her, so...
I wonder if she does drugs.
Okay. Sir.
Oh man, that's a very incorrect comment.
I wonder it's only 68% Sheboygan. I don't know what the rest of the vote would go to.
John,
It's 69%.
let's hear John for $2. Thanks, Rap, for the content. Keep up the good work. Thank you. So yeah, I think we can kind of see that Kelly's going to pull this off. This next month, I'm going to focus everything I got in this race. So videos bashing this loser known as Janet. I got to learn her last name properly. I'll be working, hopefully, trying to get turnout because that's a problem here.
Wait, aren't you Polish? You don't know how to say that word?
I'm Polish. I don't know how to say it. Excuse my French. Okay.
Janet Protasiewicz?
You know something. I don't know. I never know where I am. Anyways. But yeah, I cannot go with the fact we are doing pretty okay and actually good in Milwaukee.
I think that's largely because of Doro, though.
Yeah.
It's only by a couple points, at least from the small math I did.
Yeah, no, Rap, I was right. It's Protasiewicz.
Okay.
I just ran it through the Google Translate. It's Protasiewicz, but Americanized Polish names is just
Protasiewicz.
Yeah, it's
Close
Protasiewicz.
enough. My French is not that good. Excuse me.
Liberal candidate Janet Protasiewicz advances in Wisconsin Supreme Court race.
Wow, you're telling me this for the first time. So how we do work? Some aspects you could say are good, some aspects are bad. Like, the reason I'm not, like, doom and gloom, like, oh, we're going to lose by 50 points, is some of these numbers are good for Republicans. Problem is, Western Wisconsin. This is going to be the number one problem for this election. If we don't solve it, we're going to lose. If we do solve it, we have a serious shot.
This will be the first big test of the Scott Pressler ballot harvesting scheme.
Yeah, if he gets us over the hump, just make him RNC chair. I don't care. Yeah, something is brewing in this county of Kenosha. We're doing pretty good there. Man, I cannot believe Rittenhouse did start a ridiculous trend. I cannot believe that.
What if Lee Zeldin carpetbagged to George Santos' district and ran there?
Well, he'd win.
He probably would win, even though he's carpetbagging, because he could probably just justify it by saying that like he represents all of Long Island.
So true.
Yeah, maybe
Something like that.
Should Trump do some rallies here? Ooh, I don't know. Should Trump come
Not
in
sure.
in Western Wisconsin?
I say
We know
yes.
exactly what
I mean,
DJT 2024
we're seeing
is
right
say,
now
but-
what happens when Trump's not in Wisconsin, especially in West Wisconsin.
Just
They don't
put him
turn out.
Put him in the Driftless area. Do a bunch of rallies. Don't touch Waukesha. Stay the hell away from Waukesha. Don't even think about it. Just stay in like.
Now this is where what you really want in this situation isn't happening. It's some kind of election like in a state bordering Wisconsin, so that Trump could like go there and be right on the border and say, "Oh, I'm not trying to influence the Wisconsin election," but everybody knows he actually is.
Who would you put in the Waukesha area to try to get Republicans to turn out? Because if you're putting, if you're
one of those two.
Yeah,
Wait,
that would
I
make sense.
myself. What happened?
You gotta get Zeldin or Youngkin at Waukesha and Trump in West Wisconsin. That's how you solve our problems.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because Trump, here's the problem though. Our WoW County numbers, if we maintain them and just do a couple points better in the West, we'll be fine. If we get Trump in there, we have the risk of boosting blue turnout.
Yeah, I can believe it.
So
I think Democrat turnout's basically going to be high no matter what, just due to the mail-in.
Oh yeah, Northwest Wisconsin. Yeah, just anything west, anything west of like Fond du Lac. Just do rallies. I don't care where. Just you got to boost turnout. I cannot believe though, Menominee we got 43%. What are we cooking up there?
Protasiewicz. I don't like Polish names.
BB for 2. Kelly needs a barnstorm. Yeah, he needs a barnstorm west of Wisconsin. That's his chance. And Doro has to barnstorm Waukesha. She better help Kelly. I swear she does.
Yeah, Doro needs to barnstorm the Milwaukee area.
I mean, if we hold them under 70% in Milwaukee, we just need a little bit better in the Driftless area.
Ozaki report their votes challenge.
They're never going to. They're waiting. We've seen this before.
Oh no, Ozaki.
Stop the count.
Yeah, you gotta. But this map is proving to me Kelly is the option here. You absolutely need Kelly in this race. You can't just win because of Waukesha. And I do
Yeah,
wonder...
Kelly's up. What is that? 1.6 against Doro.
Yeah, they're just waiting for Ozaki. They're waiting for if there's big turnout or something like that.
Yeah, because I mean, if Doro can't get good numbers in Ozaki, then it's over.
Yeah. But it's like some of these underperformances aren't bad by Republicans. That's the thing that's kind of confuzzled to me.
McClellan just won Trump 6 plus 16, Youngkin plus 27, Winity County by 6.
Someone's saying that Doro's gonna endorse Kelly.
Good.
She said she will. So
Again, we need a unity ticket. I will be doing as much as I can to actually help the Republicans. I'm not going to sit back and potentially see our state go down in flames.
He's going to do as much as he can by making YouTube videos for his 10,000 subscribers on YouTube,
I'll do
most of which
more.
are not from Wisconsin.
Let's see here. Shamar for 2. Thoughts on based and Chad Governor DeSantis. He is one of the best governors in the country. Nothing else to say.
What the hell is that profile picture?
It's... Don't.
That is
I know
amazing.
what it
Don't look
is.
into it.
That is
Don't look
amazing.
into it.
No, I love it. No, seriously, I love it.
Don't
That has
get into
pure
it.
chaotic energy. I am a big fan, Shamar.
I'm an
I am a
agent.
big fan.
No!
you don't. I wouldn't say that. You know.
Oh my.
We've had a lot of interesting guests tonight.
Oh. Out of context, Tyrone. What are we surprised about?
That's right.
All right, 40...
Oh, great. There are people in chat saying Shamar now. What have I done?
You've awakened the Kraken.
Everyone...
You know his last name?
No, I don't. That's Shamar's last name.
No. Aliens.
Rap, can you say it?
Aliens? Don't you dare.
Hold on, I think I have it on a soundboard somewhere.
Oh no.
Rap, when are you doing the new and updated What's Up Bitches video that you promised?
No, why would you... Bruh.
Now everyone's just talking about.
Okay. We are waiting for Ozaki to come in. If Ozaki's
Shamar Santos 2024.
No.
Everyone's watching Ozaki.
Yeah, if Ozaki comes in, it's like 50-50. It's over for there's. We're gonna end the stream right there because there's no point of really watching after that.
Shamar Ewers for president 2024.
I can actually check Ozaki for election results.
Paul, or not Paul, Rap, say the super chat. There's this new super
Let's
chat.
see
I
here.
would wait for Dodge County as well.
Jesus, $2 from Shamar. Shamar for president 2024. I'm not.
Say Shamar, say it in chat. Say it in chat,
Shamar
y'all.
is-
Shamar for president. Shamar
No,
Ewers for
I
president
refuse.
2024. Shamar Santos.
Wait, who was wait, is he that guy who was running in Missouri
Okay, just
And,
stop.
like,
Just
No, that's a
No,
different
that's
guy.
a
Alright,
different
alright.
one.
and
I guess
kept complaining about his like bed getting flooded or whatever?
Open House Virginia seat and can J. Darrow win in 24?
I don't know.
Rap, Buckeye Politics is asking when you will break down the
Stop,
door to your
stop,
room and do a
stop.
Trump
Why would
impression
you-
again.
Why would you? Why?
Super chat for $2.
Because
Open
it's
House
awesome.
Virginia seat and can J. Darrow win in 24? Paul, or not Paul, right?
J. Doro, for what? I mean, a Supreme Court race, maybe. Open House Virginia seat. There was what? Or are you talking about Virginia 4th? I don't
Yeah,
know.
McClellan just won that by 6. I'm pretty sure. At Real American, thoughts on Trump's statement from today praising Christ's old governor as being better than
Trump needs to shut
DeSantis?
his mouth sometimes.
I think that's hilarious.
So, it may
I
be,
I support these statements.
at some point he needs to shut up sometimes. It's nothing against Trump, it's like, dude, you're being your own worst enemy. Okay, Ozaki,
I disagree with that statement.
dude. Ozaki, can you like not be useless?
Yeah.
I
Because
mean,
looking at
Rick
polling,
Scott
it
was a
seems
good
like
governor.
it seems
I
like the
think he's
attacks
probably
are
on par with
working.
DeSantis.
It seems like Trump's attacks are working compared looking at primary polling, though.
DeSantis just gets a lot more favorable media coverage, and a lot of the stuff he does is performative, anyways.
Let's go. Come on, Ozaki. Just get this done and over with, so we can go home.
I'd like for this stream to end so I can finish studying for my
Well,
econ exam
You know,
tomorrow.
Ozaki just doesn't care. They know we're streaming. Like, screw you.
They're waiting to see how many votes they need.
There's not that many votes in Ozaki, though. It's just not. They couldn't make
I
up the
like
difference.
cheese.
They'll make it happen somehow.
No.
There's not enough. There's literally
It'll-
not enough votes.
Dora
I
will
don't
get
think
double
there's
the.
some corrupt things going on with Dora.
Dora will win 110% of the vote in Ozaki.
Rap. If Larry Hogan or Phil Scott or someone like that were the Republican nominee in like 2028 or 32, would you vote for them?
No.
Based.
Who? Who would the nominee? What?
Say Larry Hogan.
Fuck no.
Like, yeah, the Rockefeller Republicans.
I
Absolutely
have
not.
an
I
extremely
just
large
don't think
amount
that
of
could
tolerance.
happen.
I would vote for DeSantis. I would vote for Trump. I'd vote for Youngkin. I'd vote for pretty much anyone who's like I'd vote for a generic Republican if they were at least likable. Larry Hogan is not only unlikable, he's a massive fucking hypocrite. He has the gall to go on Fox and bitch about DeSantis using government power to intervene with the education system, and he says he's a small government conservative, but he was also like he was the reason Maryland was one of the most locked down states to begin with, and he was also continuously intervening to allow schools to use their fucking like to use masks at school. Like, Larry Hogan is not only just a loser, he's a fucking hypocrite. And the moment he enters that race, I would love to see everybody rip his ass apart.
Let's see here.
I would vote for Trump.
Shamar Edwards for $5.
Shamar and Ron DeSantis both really appreciate the company of people. Oh my.
People who are younger than them. That's awesome. And that's true, too. I mean, DeSantis was partying with minors.
You know, okay, well,
They weren't minors, actually.
can Ozaki just...
They were like 16.
They were
No,
18.
they were 18.
It was a senior party. They were all 18.
I was 17 when I was a senior.
Okay, still.
Not
He
still.
was 23 and they were like 18, so, you know. It's better
Like
than
17,
Trump hanging out
16.
with fucking Epstein, who fucked like 13-year-old girls.
hey,
He
okay.
reported Epstein to the authorities.
Everybody
I know, but I'm
stop.
still saying if you want to bring up old
Everybody shut up.
pictures, like there's way worse.
Oh,
pictures
fuck,
of
Red
Trump.
Lions in the chat. It's over.
What? It's over. It's over, bros.
Don't tell Dominator.
Oh no.
I feel like Larry Hogan is too close to the center for like conservatives to like him, but also not like not centrist enough for like any like moderate Democrats that really like him a lot.
Hogan would be
Like
the
most-
Republican on The View. Yeah, actually, you know what? That is yeah, thank you, James. Not you, James. The other, there's a guy named James in chat as well. Yeah, honestly, like, unironically, that is like the best way to like, he is the Republican on The View. Democrats don't take him seriously because he's not centrist enough. Republicans don't take him seriously because he's not far right enough. He's not further to the right.
Yeah, Hogan would get
Like
killed
he's-
in a general election. He would probably lose
Hogan-
states like Mississippi.
Hogan couldn't even get through the only way Hogan can get through a primary is if Republicans got rid of like the current primary system and switched it to just like super delegates like that kind of like you
would have to
need to
have-
pull some like Hillary Clinton shenanigans to make it happen. And I just don't think that could
Well,
happen.
you would have to do that and have like the anti-Hogan vote be split between like 40 candidates.
Yeah. Yeah, Hogan would need to be like the only centrist, which isn't possible because you already have Nikki Haley running.
You
And
have
then
Nikki
also
Haley, you
have like
John
20
Bolton,
anti-Hogans.
you have fucking who else? Liz Cheney's probably going to announce. I would laugh
think
my
let's-
ass off if we saw a Cheney Yang Unity forward ticket.
Oh
that
my
would be so fucking funny.
Please, I need that.
I can't like it's so sad the direction Andrew Yang has gone in because like he used to be like a policy guy and now his new forward party has no policies outside of ranked choice voting.
It's a scam.
It's
It's-
crazy that
I
they
remember
don't
when,
even
like-
believe in UBI anymore, which is like
Yeah,
his
he's
only
not even
interesting
fu-
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not
I've
even
been
fighting
voting
for.
I'm like, I remember when a bunch of people were like, oh wow, Andrew Yang's so cool, and there were a bunch of Republicans like, yeah, UBI and stuff like that, and then Yang get fucking like,
UBI is literally what like defined Yang. Did he
Yeah.
back off from that?
Pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah,
did.
he
Wow.
did. He's no longer
I don't
advocating
believe
for it.
Okay. I'm assuming everyone here watched like the very first Democratic primary.
I
for
watched
2020,
I
right?
watched every debate
Yeah,
and
I
it was
watched
Do you
awful.
remember? Do
It was
you
awful.
remember? Do you remember how when they asked who here would support using taxpayer dollars to provide health care to illegal immigrants, and fucking everybody raised their hand,
Yeah, all of them.
including Yang? I was like, there are going to be some Republicans who defend Yang, and even in spite of that. Like, there are going to be Republicans who's like, oh, Yang's so base because UBI, I'm voting for Andrew Yang because I don't like Trump. Like, no, he just pledged to use your taxpayer dollars for broken ass health care for people who just jumped the border the other day.
Like, I just think like Yang, I think because he just seemed he at first he just seemed like a genuine guy who just like cared about fixing the country, and then after he lost the New York City mayoral primary, like the two-party system just broke his brain, and now he's with like all these like he was with like David Jolly and Christine Todd Whitman, and then it's all these Liz Cheney types. Or
Yeah, no, I feel
whoever.
really bad for him because like he had an actually interesting platform for New York
Yeah.
mayoral. Honestly, like
Yeah.
he like if I had to do ranked choice voting for him, I would have voted for Sliwa first, but I then would have put Yang down as my second.
All right, Daniel Kelly's up 2.4 now against Doro.
Yeah, at this point there's not enough votes for
Yang was a really, really interesting candidate.
and he wasted it.
He wasted it. Yeah, it's
I
kind of
think
like how
like-
Sanders wasted 2016, and as soon as he went back into the Senate, or not went back into the Senate, but like as soon as like the primary was over, he turned on a whim and endorsed Clinton, and it's like, okay, guys, Bernie Bro Revolution, we're just gonna have to pause out till 2020, guys. Go vote for Hillary Clinton, guys. Come on.
Hillary Clinton's campaign treated him horribly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Like they wouldn't give him a plane to go to Michigan, or I think it was Michigan, because they were reserving it for Katy Perry.
Seriously?
Yeah, they would. I read that story. I think maybe a year or two ago.
okay,
That's actually kind of funny, not gonna lie, James.
Kelly's up by 21,000. Where are
Yeah,
these votes going
Ozaki-
to come from for Doro? I don't get
I
where
can't. Could she even catch up at all if it was Ozaki to report
there's
next?
still votes in Milwaukee. That's why I think there must be a
Yeah.
big vote chunk in.
Yeah,
Ozaki.
I've heard it's absentee ballots. That's what
The
I saw
meals
on
are
Twitter,
coming.
said it's
I
absentee.
think it's still worth watching, but
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna keep
getting
going.
close
But
here.
when Ozaki comes in, Ozaki came in.
Is it on New
York
Whoa,
Times? I don't see
it's
it.
12. It's on decision desk. It's 12% in. Doro's winning by 25% or 15%. Ooh.
The meals are coming.
Oh, it's in on New York Times now, 22%.
The Doro Boros.
Youngkin got that Riz for real, no cap. Youngkin
Alright,
is straight
alright.
busting up the electorate.
All right, Rap, time to do the math on Ozaki
Okay,
to
the
see how many
math
he'll
on the-
net or she'll net.
Oh, oh no, that's not good enough for her. That's not good enough. It's pretty much over now.
It's over.
Another vote dump came in from somewhere. I don't know where.
But the people on Twitter told me all the people lived in the WoW counties. What's going on here?
Hey, look, this map is indicating me the data we got. that Kelly's our best shot at winning this. He's absolutely our best chance. That political guy for 2. Can you handle the neutron style? What? But yeah. So I'm looking at this data. Kelly, his advantage to rural vote. We need the rural vote in this election. It's quite clear. We got the WoW counties pretty much secured. Milwaukee, kind of. It's going to come down to rural voters. And Kelly, I think, is the best opportunity for that.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll call it for Kelly any minute now.
You know,
You know,
funnily enough, James, Bernie isn't the first time we've seen someone who's like running in our primary could actually be a threat, get fucking
Oh, they
shafted.
called the decision desk called it. It's over.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, there you
I'm
go.
sure New York Times will follow suit soon.
Yeah, they called it.
That race is done.
Wow.
F in chat for Everett Mitchell. He was not able to get double digits.
Rip Bozo.
Did he even get double digits in Dane? Yeah, he did.
Who would win in our presidential election, Washington or FDR? Washington.
He would get dictator margins everywhere. Literally. He would get like 85% everywhere.
I'd rather shove a cactus up my
Hey,
ass unmoved than ever vote for FDR.
I don't know if Washington would actually do that well
I
against
have a
FDR.
hot
There's
take,
too many
FDR would
Democrats who
win.
hate America.
FDR would win. Hot take.
No.
I actually kind of
I
agree.
mean,
He's too
well, I mean,
he's
you think of-
racist for the current times. It's time
Well,
to vote
if you-
FDR.
like- Well, I mean, if Washington just suddenly appears and is running for president, he's not going to know any of the modern political context. At least FDR will understand, like, at least somewhat of like how
Okay.
America works now. Washington would just be confused about like why slaves don't exist anymore and why women are allowed to vote and stuff like
Did
that.
you want No, I wanted Kelly.
Or white
And-
slaves are allowed to vote, James.
Let's see here. We're gonna get Kelly, and this race is gonna come down the rural turnout.
All right.
Oh no, Kelly just dropped by 0.1. It's so over.
Rap,
He
James.
just gained it back.
Rap, James, Alien, get in my stream. Let's figure out who would win, Washington or FDR. So I think we could put Washington winning Virginia and West Virginia.
Okay, we're
And,
not
like-
doing this map. Absolutely.
We are absolutely doing
In the
this.
No,
middle
we are
of
not.
the Supreme Court stream.
No, we are not doing Washington versus FDR.
All right,
Absolutely
Colorado,
not.
easy.
Real
FDR.
question is, when are we getting the rap VTuber? When's that happening?
Oh my.
Can it just be like a giant like cheese curd 3D model?
with a mouth and like anime eyes. Somebody needs to make that.
Rap, what are your thoughts?
I have no comment. I'm
Giant
just staying
cheese
away
curd
from
with-
this.
Have maybe like an anime girl
Yeah.
voice changer too.
You want me to have pain?
So
don't
true.
You?
No, I think
What?
it'd be funny. It would separate you from all the other
You know.
right-wing e-boys on
You know,
YouTube.
Except for
what?
public.
That is one of the most disgusting things I think I've ever fucking heard.
I mean, obviously it's an exaggeration, but
85%. Hey.
you have to admit it would be pretty cool to have a right-wing VTuber like that.
Yeah, a
Just like a
right
cheese
wing
curd of anime
cheese,
eyes.
cheese curd. Yeah, exactly. Cheese curd VTuber. So true.
Cheese
I
curd
think-
nationalism.
I do think though we could call this race, or we could call this stream a night because we know it's gonna be Kelly versus Protowitz, and we absolutely need to unite behind Kelly. Yes, Democrats outvoted Republicans. That is a bit worrisome, but I'm doing some math here. If turnout is just mediocre in rural areas, I think Kelly has it. I do. This is just 100% a turnout problem in many of these areas. So we just got.
We just need Scott Pressler and friends to start
Yeah.
their ballot harvesting operation.
now. Like we can't piss around. Like I don't think that I still think it's a leaning Democrat. Like not safe titanium D. It's probably like leaning Democrat. because Supreme Court primaries, they usually have some wacky generals. So, yeah, I don't know why New York Times isn't calling it. I think it's at this point there's no point in.
New York Times just a lot more hesitant to call races.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they get
they're
embarrassed.
they're more cautious.
Maybe.
They had to uncall Tom like in the 2020 election. They called Tom Malinowski very early on, but it started to like get really close, so they uncalled it, and then he ended up winning, so they recalled it.
I just love. I'm looking at Twitter and they're saying, "Oh, Kelly's gonna lose us the race." It's like, dude, did you see the margin Democrats outvoted us? You freaking.
Yeah, I think Kelly is probably our strongest option.
Yeah, he's because we need rural votes. That is 100%. Waukesha, we got. The WoW counties are clearly not the problem. The problem is in the rest of the state. I mean, you cannot lose frickin' Lafayette. You cannot lose Richland. Give me a break. These are counties that voted for Ron Johnson by 10, 15 points. So, yeah. I think we're going to call it a night, everybody. This was a quicker stream. We kind of expected this. We need to unite behind Kelly. All my dedication the next couple of weeks will be on this race. We cannot lose it. This is the most important election in this cycle.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to Real American Politics, of course.
This is one
Yeah,
thing
like
I
and
would say.
Oh, hey,
today.
Jan just took Lino Zauki.
Join the channel today. 3 cents a day.
But I do got to say one thing, though. The people going around saying, we're going to lose this race. It's over. It's like, shut up for 5 minutes. Actually try to help us win this seat. Because these people are bitching, but they're not going to do anything about it. It's like, maybe if you would help us, who knows?
Giving up on any race is just a very stupid thing to do. That's what Sean Patrick Maloney did in 2022, and that caused the Republicans to win a lot of seats, like David Schweiker and
We're
Lori
not going to talk about
Chavez-DeRemer.
Republicans giving up on certain races, like Pennsylvania governorship.
Like bastards. Anyways, folks.
Yeah.
Did you
The
say
only
Arizona
reason to give up on a race is if Ron DeSantis is nominated for president.
Okay.
True.
Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching again. Hope you enjoy. We're going to have a post-mortem out tomorrow when all the results are in, because there's still some votes here and there, but it's... Everybody kind of expects, Kelly's won. He's going to be the Republican candidate. We must unite behind him. If you live in Wisconsin, you can volunteer for Kelly's campaign. I will. I will personally be on the ground. I will be helping the Kelly campaign anywhere you can. We cannot lose this race.
I fucking love Daniel Kelly.
Everybody does. Thank you
We all
so
love him.
much. Godspeed to all of you.